This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
SSPTV is joining forces with our media partner and others to help the area's homeless. Good evening and thank you for joining us at FYI. I'm Lisa Sugart, sitting in tonight for Ken Cara. Thank you for watching us on Service Electric Channel 13 and in high definition on Channel 513. Now to our headlines from SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. A woman was rescued from a second-floor window after fire struck her home along Route 940 this morning in Foster Township. Firefighters saw the woman hanging from the window when they arrived at 62 Foster Avenue. They grabbed a ladder to get her to safety. Firefighters also found a man outside of the home and also searched for a dog. Crews used a portable pond and tankers for water. Units from 5 companies responded to that 3-alarm fire along with APTS and the Freeland Ambulance. Route 940 at Highland Road was closed as firefighters battled the blaze. Well, as we told you Friday, tonight we have a major announcement for you, our viewers. SSPTV is pleased to announce a special campaign that is being launched today to help the area's homeless. Today we are very pleased to have 3 special people here today to make a major announcement here at SSPTV. I'm pleased to be joined by one of the owners of our station, Janine Mazurkevich, also Mark Katcher, who is the managing editor of our media partner, the Hazleton Standard Speaker, and Neil Oberto, who is the executive director of Catholic Social Services in Hazleton. Janine, I'm going to start with you on a wonderful campaign being launched today. Give us the details.
All right, we're very excited because we are teaming up with Catholic Social Services to provide the community this campaign. It's called the Giving Shelter, and it's going to benefit the homeless shelter here in Hazleton that is located in Hazleton but also serves the greater Hazleton area. So really it's open up to the entire county, I would believe, and Neil can hit on that a little bit more in this segment.
Now, when you decided to do this, you had done a story, a community show, community NEPA about the shelter. It inspired you. You wanted to help. So you said you wanted to provide items that were necessary for helping those who are homeless. So what came to mind at first?
Okay, so, community NEPA is my baby because I do love giving back to this community and utilizing our resources here at SSPTV. We are community-based, we are from this area, and we love this area. So from there, we met up with Neil to do the interview about the homeless shelter, and it really did touch our hearts, and we had an overwhelming amount of people that came to us and told us how wonderful the show was and how they really supported this initiative. This area is very giving. I do promote that because I feel that people here are not like people in other areas, as they are very giving and they always pull through. They're hardworking people, honest people, and they always help this community. And we found that in the show, and I figured, let me reach out to our media sponsors and let's do something to, really give back to this community during the holiday season. So we found out that we need new items. For this campaign, it's new items, and Neil could hit on the specific items that we really do need.
All right, well, before we get to Neil, I'm going to go to Mark, our media partner. Mark, you guys always giving to the community. We're always working well with you, and you guys are instrumental in what we do here at FYI as well. Why did you want to be part of this?
Sure. When Janine raised the idea, I think it hit on something important in the community. At the Standard Speaker, we've been reporting on the homeless situation for years in Hazleton and the problems that people encounter. And we've highlighted the fact that there really was no place for them to go for quite some time. So when the homeless shelter opened, and I know it's been temporary and kind of moving from location to location, we wanted to highlight that fact because, again, through the years, we saw that there was this need and that need needed to be filled. So this shelter does that, and I hope the campaign does it as well. So we're happy to be a part of it.
And for all the details on what we're announcing here today, Kelly Monitz, a nice article in today's newspaper in regards to this.
Right. So people can check that out, get all the details there, again, on FYI as well, and find out how to give, where to give. I think Neil's going to touch on some of those details, but there will be several drop-off locations where people can bring the items. So again, we're just happy to be a part of it, and not only do we inform the public in Hazleton, but we like to think we like to help the public as well by not only informing but getting involved as well.
Absolutely. So now we've saved the best for last. No offense to anyone else, but Neil, this is a wonderful undertaking by Catholic Social Services to have this shelter in the first place. So the items that are needed, Janine said, we want new items and the items that you most want. And we're going to be talking with you in depth in the next couple weeks about this, but give everybody a rundown of what you would like to see put in the boxes, which will be here at SSPTV, the Standard Speaker, the Laurel Mall, and other places up on your screen as well.
As Janine mentioned, new items for adults. I want to make that clear. Things like socks, we could use blankets, pillowcases, umbrellas, believe it or not, items that could help serve meals, paper products, plates, napkins, things like that to help serve food at the shelter. So, a whole array of things, and I know that those are going to be listed. We are so grateful, as Mark and Janine mentioned, about the press providing information and focusing on an issue that's been an issue in this community for so long, and now them helping to step forward and sponsoring something like this that is truly going to make a difference for these individuals who are being served at the shelter. Again, providing opportunity for them, believing in their sense of dignity, value, and worth, and that's part of what we're trying to do there as well. We're glad the United Way is also co-sponsoring this, and we couldn't do it without the support of the community, and just so grateful for the community coming together, as Janine said, and it truly is a community that cares, a community that's stepping up to the plate, recognizing that it's an issue, but also doing something about it.
Absolutely. And that's something is we need you to fill the bins for this Giving Shelter campaign. Please drop off your new items, whether it be the clothing items or the pillowcases or the socks or the paper supplies, whatever you need. Please make this a successful campaign, and you can donate now through Monday, November 21st. Well, meanwhile, another effort is underway to open an overnight homeless shelter in the city of Pottsville. The nonprofit organization Servants to All hopes to open that shelter sometime this month in the United Presbyterian Church on Motatongo Street. The group currently operates a day program called My Father's House. That program, which began last November, is located at 4 South Center Street in Pottsville. The nonprofit group has received a grant and is now looking to hire 4 part-time workers. Once open, the shelter will offer 13 beds for men and women, and it will be open 8:30 p.m. till 7:30 a.m. For more information or to volunteer, go to servantstoall.org or call 570-900-1161. Former Democratic presidential candidate Bernie Sanders was in Scranton over the weekend. He was campaigning for the Democratic presidential nominee Hillary Clinton. Sanders spoke to about 300 people in the Scranton High School gymnasium. The rally also featured Democratic candidate Katie McGinty, who is looking to unseat incumbent Republican United States Senator Pat Toomey. Well, meanwhile, the Republican presidential nominee will hold a rally tonight in Wilkes-Barre Township. Donald Trump, fresh off last night's second presidential debate, will speak to supporters tonight at 7 p.m. at the Mohegan Sun Arena at Casey Plaza. This is Trump's second visit to that venue. For tickets, go to donaldjtrump.com. There are just 28 days until the November 8th election, and tomorrow is the last day to register to vote in it. Pennsylvania residents can register online by midnight tomorrow. Traditional paper registration applications must be postmarked no later than tomorrow. To register, go to register.votespa.com. Elsewhere tonight, a longtime area attorney will now oversee the staff and operations for the 11th Congressional District. Congressman Lou Barletta named attorney Conrad Falvello as the new district director. He will oversee Barletta's district offices in Carlisle, Sunbury, Harrisburg, and Hazleton, starting today. Falvello, who had been the face of Law Talk, which aired here on SSPTV, is stepping away from his family law firm, the Falvello Law Firm, which he founded with his father. He will leave the firm in the hands of his daughter, Alexis. Falvello has served as solicitor for many communities, including Hazleton City Solicitor for 7 years, while Lou Barletta was mayor. And finally, congratulations to SSPTV's very own Ron Marchetti. Last night, the Hazleton Unico Club and the Maurice Raymond Knights of Columbus presented Ronnie with the 2016 Columbus Day Outstanding Italian American Award. The presentation was made during a special dinner held in his honor at Capriotti's in McAdoo. Ronnie is very active in his community and has hosted two very popular segments here on SSPTV for many years: Trivia Treats, which airs each Monday, and Short Shots, seen every Friday on FYI. The Lassand family and your entire SSPTV family congratulate you on this momentous occasion. You have always been outstanding to us. Well, coming up, Kenny has tonight's Cole-Scale High School football rankings, and the tickets are going fast for this weekend's Tastes of Greater Hazleton. The details are coming up.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Core Fitness in Hazleton will host a Zumbathon this Sunday from 4 p.m. till 6 p.m. to benefit SAFE, that is supporting autism and families everywhere. It is 2 hours of Zumba fun, all for a great cause. Light refreshments will be served, and there's tricky trays, door prizes, and much more. You can sign up at Core Fitness during their office hours. The cost is just $20. Donations for tricky trays are also welcome. You can drop them off at 711 West Broad Street in Hazleton or call 570-455-7818.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
Well, it was a beautiful sunny yet breezy day today in downtown Hazleton. Let's see what is in store for the remainder of our work week. Here is the latest forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight, cover up the plants. There will be clear skies and some patchy frost, with temperatures getting close to freezing, hovering right around 35 degrees. Moving on to our 4-day outlook. Areas of frost tomorrow morning, otherwise a sunny day with a high only near 60 degrees. Partly cloudy skies tomorrow night and warmer with a low of 42. Then more sunshine and cool temperatures for our Wednesday. The high gets up again around 60. Overnight low will be around 46 degrees. Thursday looks partly sunny, a high temperature of 61 degrees. Partly cloudy Thursday night with a low of 41. And on Friday, again, it looks chilly but very nice. Plenty of sunshine. Temperatures only getting up to 54 degrees on Friday. And bundle up for football Friday games. Skies will be partly cloudy on Friday night with our low of 40 degrees. It's a great afternoon with some great food. I'm talking about the 9th annual Tastes of Greater Hazleton. Here to tell us all about it is Leanne Falabelle. She's the Vice President of Marketing for the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce. Time is running out and tickets are going fast.
They are. This is a very popular event, and typically we do sell out. We will have some tickets at the door, but we encourage people to get tickets in advance.
Now, how do they get their tickets? How much are they?
They're $18 in advance and $20 at the door. They can purchase them on our website, hazletonchamber.org. Just go to our calendar of events and go to October 16th, and they can purchase them right there. They can purchase them at our office. We'll have them there available until Friday, or at the Standard Speaker, the same thing.
All right. So for anybody who's not familiar with the Taste of Greater Hazleton, how does it work?
It's so much fun. It starts at 12 noon. It goes till 3. We always recommend that people do come at 12 because it does take a while to visit all the businesses and eat, and you socialize a little bit. It's a really fun afternoon. But they get a ticket, and on their ticket they're perforated, so you go around to each of the businesses. There's 18 businesses participating. You go around to each of the 18 businesses, you give them a ticket, and they give you a sample of the food.
Sounds good. So give us a hint of some of the great food we're going to get.
Oh gosh, there's so much that there's going to be breast buckle. They're going to be doing Moroccan shrimp tacos. Victoria's Candies is always there with his candies. There's a huge variety, very good. This year, we're going to put right next to him Simply Homebrew, and they're going to be offering 2 different kinds of wines, homemade wines. Oh gosh, Sand Springs is going to be doing some Italian fried meatballs. Edgewood will be doing beef burgundy tips. It's just like the menu is plentiful. I'm actually going to post it on our website, so you can go to the event page and you can check it out there too.
You're making me hungry.
I know, me too.
You also told me there's some cooking demonstrations as well.
Yeah, we have them going on during the whole duration of the event. And this year we have the Brass Buckle doing one, Sand Springs Country Club is doing one, and Top of the 80s. So they're live. We have the TV that Grand Central provides us, and that's so everybody can see exactly what's going on in there, and they do the live cooking demonstrations, and people really enjoy that. You know, you go around, you sit down, try some of your food that you're, trying out throughout the afternoon, and just watch a live cooking demo.
All right, well, it sounds like the perfect mix of everything all under one roof. It's happening this Sunday from noon to 3 at the Health and Wellness Center. Again, the ticket's $18 in advance, $20 at the door, but they probably will be limited, so please don't be disappointed. Get your tickets today. All right, time now for the green screen, our Pennsylvania midday winning lottery numbers. The pick 2, 43, pick 3, 808, the pick 4, 0162, and the pick 5, 91355. Good luck if you played. Will there be a shakeup in the coal scale rankings? Find out next, right here on FYI.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
Well, it was another exciting week of high school football. Here's our Ken Kara with our coal scale rankings.
It was a tough week for our teams in the lignite grade as both of them had a chance to win their first game of the season. Hazelton area put up 277 yards on Scranton, and they were driving with a chance to at least tie the game when a pass was intercepted in the end zone. Quarterback Sparky Wolk had a good night, though. On defense, he picked off a pass and he ran for a score on offense. Adrian Otero had 134 yards rushing. Shenandoah Valley's quarterback Noah Allegretta ran for 168 yards and 2 touchdowns, and he had 143 passing yards and 2 passing touchdowns, but the Blue Devils came up short against Panther Valley. Panther Valley's quarterback Hunter Kennedy passed for 292 yards and 3 touchdowns. Monoy area is clinging to the bituminous grade after their 3rd straight loss, but Coach Dave Holman was happy with the effort his team showed against Marion. He says they played solid defense, but have just been turning the ball over too much. We'll talk more about this game as we take a look at the anthracite grade. Marion Catholic jumps back up into our highest classification as they have won 2 straight, and their head coach Stan DeCoste says they are hitting their stride. DeCoste also complimented his defensive linemen in the shutout victory, including Kyle Plesh, Matt Stanziola, and Nick Irby. Offensive lineman Gunnar Rarig had a touchdown after he picked up a fumble. Seth Palick returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown. Tamaqua is all the way up to number 2 in the anthracite grade. Can't wait until they play Marion this season. Nick Brainer had 5 touchdowns for the Blue Raiders as they topped Lehighton in a Schuylkill League Division I game. Lehighton had 3 big plays of 70 or more yards that went for touchdowns to keep them in the game. Tamaqua's punter Ed Titus kicked the ball out of his own end zone in the 4th quarter after a tough snap instead of giving Lehighton good field position, and that turned out to be a great decision as Tamaqua's defense held on to secure the victory. Nate Boyle rushed for 131 yards for Tamaqua, and Brainer had 149 yards rushing. North Schuylkill stays on top of our rankings. They have won 3 straight thanks in large part to their defense. Jim Thorpe has a very good running game, and North Schuylkill held them to 163 total yards. Meanwhile, Mitch Wagner and Richie Zahodnik both ran for over 100 yards for the Spartans, who had 292 rushing yards and 4 rushing touchdowns on the night. That's it for this week, friends. I'm Ken Kara for FYI Sports.
100 years ago, on this very day, the worst beating of any football team in any league took place. Hi, everybody. This is Short Shots. The year was 1916. Georgia Tech defeated the Cumberland College Bulldogs by a score of 222-0, the worst one-sided game in college football history. It is believed that John Heisman, head baseball and football coach at Georgia Tech, was bitter toward the Cumberland Bulldogs going back to the previous year's baseball season when he believed they purposely ran out the score. Cumberland beat the Jackets 22-0. Neither team made a first down. Cumberland couldn't, and Tech scored every time it got the ball. Final score, Georgia Tech 222, Cumberland nothing. 2 years later, in 1916, Boston Red Sox pitcher Babe Ruth won the 2nd game of the World Series while going the distance in the Red Sox 2-1 victory over the Dodgers in 14 innings. The Babe pitched a 1-run game in 14 innings. I wonder what his pitch count was. The Red Sox eliminated Brooklyn in 5 games to become baseball's first 4-time champions. 80 years later, in 1996, 12-year-old Jeff Mayer stuck out his glove above Baltimore's right fielder Tony Casco, and New York's Derek Jeter was awarded a game-tying 8th-inning home run. Bernie Williams homered in the 11th to win Game 1 of the ALCS. The Yankees would knock out the Orioles in 5 games on their way to their 23rd World Series championship. Also on this day in 1926, exactly 90 years ago, Cardinal legend and Game 6 complete game-winning pitcher Grover Cleveland Alexander came out of the bullpen to strike out Tony Lazzeri in the 7th inning of Game 7 with the bases loaded. In the 9th, New York Yankee Babe Ruth would get thrown out trying to steal second base with 2 outs, ending the World Series with Lou Gehrig on deck. It is the only time a World Series ended with a runner being caught stealing. Ruth explained later that he attempted to steal second base because he thought no one would expect it, and he could have an easier chance of scoring if Bob Musial hit a single. Mother of God, Ruth didn't steal a base all season. The Cardinals won Game 7, 3-2 in the 1926 World Series. Till Friday, be a good sport and stay loose.
Mondays can be a big headache. Well, cheer up with Bottleneck's Little Neck Clam Special, $1.95 a dozen in melted butter.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's social news. First tonight, happy 22nd birthday to our intern, Angela Marquez. She celebrated on Saturday. Love from your family, friends, and everyone at SSPTV. Next announcement, Tresco Hosey will be holding a pasta dinner fundraiser for the American Cancer Society. The event will be held Sunday, October 23rd from noon to 5 p.m. Walk-ins are welcome and takeout is available. Cost is $8 for adults and $5 for children. They also have chicky trays and a 50-50 raffle. All proceeds benefit the telethon. And finally, the Diamond Fire Company No. 2 is sponsoring a fall bingo Sunday, October 23rd at Good Shepherd Church in Drums. Doors open at noon, bingo at 1. Pick a pumpkin for a cash prize, 20 games with random prizes, and 4 special cash prize games. Tickets are $25 in advance or $30 at the door, and for info, just call 570-436-5407. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Daniel P. Alampi of Hazleton. All services will be private and at the convenience of the family. Arrangements are under the direction of the Turnbach Funeral Home. James Petrilla of Hazleton. Funeral is Friday at 10:30 a.m. from the Furrow Funeral Home. Friends may call Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. Mary Dem Janish of Hazleton Heights. Funeral is Tuesday at 10 a.m. in the St. Mary's Byzantine Catholic Church. Friends may call at the church from 9:30 to 10:30. Arrangements are under the direction of the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. And Francis C. Sicchetti Sr. of Reading. Friends may call Wednesday from noon to 2 p.m. at the McHugh Wilczek Funeral Home. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is David Buda of Beaver Meadows. David, if you're watching, give us a call, 570-455-7267, extension 104.
Thank you so much for watching FYI this evening. Remember, when you're out and about shopping, pick up those new items to drop off in the bins here at the Standard Speaker, the United Way of Greater Hazleton, and Catholic Social Services, and the mall to benefit our new giving campaign.